Gabriel tries to jerk their hands free of the sticky honey, binding their hands in place. Not like that! Oh god, not this shit again. I wanted to be a good girl no matter what. I kept every secret the adults told me. I told every secret the other children entrusted me with. God knows everything anyway, doesn't he? Always watching, always. If you kept a secret, if you told a lie, wouldn't God know? Tell all the adults, and have them punish you for your sins? So why did she get away with it? Why didn't anyone know? Why didn't anyone punish her? She was the one meant to be punished, so why was I the only one punished? I'm the perfect one. She's just the trash I had the mercy to be nice to. In chess, there was the worthless pawns that die for the Holy King, and the queens that strike down all of the Lord's enemies. Somehow that worthless pawn became the queen. I'm going to kill her. I'm going to make her repent. Because good girls make sure bad girls are punished. What the fuck is going on? By the way, I didn't mention this last episode, but God gave you... Alright, if you believe in Christianity, then you know God gave you the free will, right? And I don't really think that in terms of the New Testament, I'm not quite sure if it's clear or not, because I'm fairly certain God died for our... Jesus died for our sins. And in that sense, God gave us free will. Jesus died for our sins so that we could live the lives we want. I don't know if in the New Testament you go to hell for doing bad things. Because isn't the entire point of Jesus dying for us to be holy? I have no idea. It's entirely confusing. But basically, God doesn't make you do anything. Alright? God can't force you to do anything. At least if you believe in the New Testament, he can't force you to do anything. I think. I don't know. I don't read the Bible at all. Why the fuck would I? That shit's 1,000 years old and the story is dog shit. Man, this story fucking sucks. It makes no sense. And there's a fucking Deus Ex Machina. Whenever something goes wrong, the Deus Ex Machina known as God comes in and ruins it. It's super unbelievable writing. So, did you come up with a plan? April shakes their head. They only had a desire to change the world, and the knowledge that they are powerless to do so.
Just maybe when we speak to the queens, we can convince them to change things.
Aphelion sighs. The two of them are tied together by sin. Aphelion cannot abandon Abriel now. Would she abandon them otherwise? The thought makes Abriel pause, unable to retrieve their usual cheery facade. Are they tied together solely by Dentelier's blood on their hands? Are people tied together first and foremost by the specters that haunt them? The stains that cannot be scrubbed out? The sins that they have buried with the filthy hands? I don't know, man. I murdered someone and now I'm stuck with this other guy I murdered him with. Bound together to love. Figures. Whatever. I came up with something.
Really? Fine, that's incredible.
I thought. Wow, that's so cool. What? How do you use this thinking secret you've uncovered? Why is it that every time Aphelion thinks of literally fucking anything, Abriel just goes, "Damn, that's incredible." I don't like Wonderland as it is either. Besides, if people in our city keep dying and coming here, maybe
Our city?
everyone here in Wonderland is from that place. Must be pretty lousy to have such high suicide rates. That's crazy. I didn't know New York was like that. But if people keep coming here, eventually we'll run into people we used to know. And if Wonderland remains as it is, maybe someone important to me will get killed. Someone important to her, huh? Abriel scowls. Isn't Abriel someone important to Aphelion? Well, you're already here.
I see, so what's important to you is what you had before, the people you left behind. You know, there's someone standing in front of you who I think is pretty important, but...
The people of Aphelion no longer remembers.
How young do you have to be when you die to end up in Wonderland?
Huh? Not sure. I think that Joker is the oldest one I've met, but most people our age or younger.
Well, maybe we'll run into some cute kids then.
Cute? What are you, a pedophile now? Jeffrey Epstein! Children come to Wonderland to die. They don't come here to drink tea and play with white rabbits. That's why people like Dantelier need to be executed.
Right, but it's still.
You need to harden your heart.
But I don't like watching people die.
Then you can close your eyes and let me take care of it. That way you'll be completely blameless and never do anything wrong, ever. These are two of the worst fucking people put together in the same room, making each other worse.
Maybe.
The fuck you mean, maybe? Maybe I should just let someone murder everybody else with no consequences. In front of the judgment of God, humans must close their eyes, for the divine will overtake and overwrite their frail existences. Perhaps Apollyon is someone like that, an angel with the fragment of that holy light that a human like Abriel must shut their eyes to. What kind of god are you people living under that actively partakes in whatever humanity does? God doesn't do shit! I pray to him every day for a Lamborghini and I haven't gotten anything! The two continue to walk in silence. What? The two continue walking in silence. They are close and yet distant. It is a distance Abriel is unsure of how to bridge. Everyone wants a path that'll save everyone. Like a fairy tale or Undertale, like a children's storybook, like the miracles of God. God doesn't do miracles? What? All I know, you know what? I can't say that. I can't say it. My old Sonic video got taken down because I made a joke like that. I can't. Not Sonic Unleashed, by the way. Sonic Generations. The old fucking Let's Play. One of the episodes got taken down. Oh my god, who knew the consequences of my actions would come to bite me in the ass, man? What the fuck? Foley wants a path that'll punish the wicked. That's called the justice system. It punishes all of the wicked people, except for some, who are above the law. Can paths like that truly converge? Or will one of them need to follow the other? A converted and despoiled lamb? Can you stop using weird words? Apollyon stops abruptly.
Ugh, huh?
Quiet. I can hear people talking. Abriel strains their ears. Faintly, they hear the sounds of overlapping voices. We've ended up in red territory again. If it turns into a fight, at least I'll be the target.
First we try to listen in, right? Maybe we'll learn something.
Quiet, remember? You might be right. I think we can hide over there. Folian leads Abriel to a large rose bush. Though the bush has thorns, they don't prick at Abriel's skin, as if their seemingly sharp tips are blunted somehow.
Molly.
But for Folian, the thorns leave rose-red marks on their skin. Let's listen. You really still don't want to fight? Oh god, not motherfucking Pikachu again. Pika Thunder! PK Thunder! PK Thunder! PK Thunder! Bro, that motherfucking asshole spams that fucking move every time I play Smash Ultimate! Kill him! Still don't want to fight? The Queen will! Bro, who the fuck is this?
Who is this? It's Glendale.
That doesn't matter. But Jerry! I'll fight if I have to. But I'm tired of fighting. First magical girl is someone Abriel recognizes. The predator who chased her to the border of Red Territory, even though they're both meant to be on the same side. She doesn't recognize the other magical girl, Cherry, though. She looks softer and shyer than the first girl, less like a sharpened knife and more like a pair of blunted garden trimmers. You're always a good student, so you can't just, not the teacher's pet anymore. It's going to be worse than not listening to the teacher! To a teacher. Huh. Can't be worse than that. I guess that's true. Folian snorts quietly. What the fuck? She snorts now? What is going on in this story? Details is being brought up 5 hours into the game. Everyone is obsessed with obeying the Queen's orders.
They're the ones in charge, so I understand, but there has to be a better way than to talk to them, to convince them to stop all.
I'm sorry, I didn't read that right. There has to be a way to talk to them and convince them to stop all. Okay, you gotta structure your sentences better. There is 3 twos in this sentence, my guy. 4 twos. Folian slaps a hand over Abriel's mouth. It repeats what? They blush, realizing that they just raised their voices a bit too much. What's that? A blonde muscles tense and her eyes scan about. Her dagger materializes. Is something wrong? There's some rabbits scurrying around. Before Gabriel can even blink, a dagger's flying through in the air towards her. Oh yeah, we get the fucking combat music in this bitch! Combat sequence! Combat sequence! Oh! Falling pushes her down to the ground with his weight. He's not much heavier than Gabriel now. The weight is almost comforting. It reminds Gabriel in her shock that she's still alive. I can't tell if this is just translated poorly or if the genders are just never make any sense in this fucking story. Folian's face is close enough to theirs that they can feel Folian's breath against their lips.
Actually, Folly.
Shh! Gabriel's lips quiver silently. They don't speak again. Let's be quiet. See if they move on. It's an uncomfortably close position. Maybe the discomfort is from how it doesn't feel wrong to be like this. It's uncomfortable to be less like a pinned down prey and far more like a willing participant. What the fuck are you talking about? I feel like the conversation just steers in a weird direction every 5 seconds. You're always so quick to start fights. You're always too slow to start them. That's why we're perfect partners, isn't it? We balance each other out. Yup. So are you going to come out now? How do we know? You have to fight, of course. Everyone would rather hide here forever, but if they did that, nothing would change. And besides, maybe it won't come to that. Seraph comes a lot about... What? Cares a lot about Cherry, at least. Maybe they can talk it out. You're thinking of something very overly optimistic again, aren't you? We can't run or hide anyway. Pauline stands up, scythe summoned in her hand. What a reckless diamond. Gabriel stands up too, taking a moment to brush off dirt before she summons her drums. A little rabbit that ran away and the lamb that's returned to the slaughter. Treachery suits both of you, huh?
There's no need to fight. We're both red suits, right? Right?
That's only if you're a good, loyal one. So the bad ones have to get punished. Not you, Cherry. I'll kill more than enough for the both of us. Her dagger returns to her hand in a flash of golden magic. I've always been an overachiever. I appreciate it, but I'm the one that outdid you first, remember? The other magical girl's weapon materializes. Syrup honey drips from the end of the oversized stick. Just like Gabriel's drum, her weapon isn't a weapon in the traditional sense. Maybe it's a trait in that all hearts share. Hey, all right then. Let's see who gets these ones first.
Cherry, you said you didn't want to fight.
You were eavesdropping. You were being loud. We couldn't help it over. He's like, Pauline's like slowly morphing into Shadow the Hedgehog. It's hard. I can't do that many voices, man, and I don't have any idea what these characters' personalities are, so I can't do a proper voice for them. You were being loud. We couldn't help it over here. Fighting for the sake of the queen is one thing, but fighting for Seraph is another. Seraph flies forward, closing the large gap between her and Folion. The tiny dagger slings against a larger scythe, and she jumps back, a wild grin on her face. Her teeth are sharp like an animal's fangs.
Wow!
Gabriel, the drums? Folion leaps away from another thrust towards Seraph's dagger. Brum bum 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 brum bum 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 brum bum brum bum brum bum bum bum.
Right, I'm on it.
No, you're not.
Huh?
Seraph swings her stick in a horizontal arc, flinging a glob of honey in Gabriel's direction. They're too surprised to duck out of the way. The drums. They sound annoyed now, especially with Seraph bearing down on them, endlessly ducking around and under and around their scythe. Seraph is far more agile than Aphelion thanks to her far lighter and smaller weapon. The two had fought before and came to a draw, but that had been more conversation than battle. This time, Seraph is fighting with the intent to win and kill.
I can't!
Aphelion clicks his tongue and narrowly sidesteps an attempted stabbing. Stabbing? We stabbing it up in the zoo. Do you think you can get free of it? Gabriel tries to jerk their hands free of the sticky honey, binding their hands in place. Not like that! Even if they could make a drumstick hit the drum, with the honey in the way, it would be too weak to make noise.
I'm not sure of it.
Wow, wow, wow! They stumble back. Seraph's dagger pierces the air just before them. What? Going for the weak link is standard. The kid with the lowest grades really brings the class average down. When was this written? Last I checked, no one gives a fuck about the lowest student in the class. They pass literally fucking everyone nowadays, dude. No one cares. There are kids in my class who read like dog. Like, you think my reading is bad? There are motherfuckers out there who stutter on every single word. Don't touch them.
I won't let them.
They don't want a Foliant to have to worry about them and risk being distracted enough to get hurt. Whoa! I'm gonna try to get unstuck from the honey. If people can't use their drums, the Foliant is fighting against two people all on their own. They can't let that happen. Seraph gracefully rolls out the way just before Cherry lobs honey at Foliant's direction. She rotates her scythe so that the honey hits the flat side. It sticks to the blade, but it doesn't immobilize any of her limbs. Sorry, I missed. Don't worry about it. You'll get her next time. They seem even closer than Abriel and Foliant are. Abriel almost envies them for how well they worked. Almost seeing a Foliant won't lose them. What? I can't fucking read. Abriel tries again to wrench their hands free. The honey is sticky. It doesn't have much give. The more she tries to pull her hands away, the more it clings to her skin. I won't let there be a next time. Okay. I have to imagine the epic combat scene happening right now. Cherry flings honey at a Foliant who dodges every shot. Even though she has a heavy weapon, she's still agile enough to stay out of the line of fire. However, Seraph is also trying to strike at her. The two red magical girls work in tandem. The ranged honey slinger and the close-up dagger wielder are an impenetrable team. If things continue like this, a Foliant will eventually tire out, and then it will be the end. Abriel has to be useful. She stares down at her hands. The honey, still wet and sticky, refuses to let her move. She can't bring the drumsticks down even once. But she can't drag Foliant down. She can't be a burden to her, so she has to do this. Damn, did I just fucking get stabbed? Abriel. Got one! Abriel only realizes she's been pierced through. The dagger slides out, and her blood is spilt. Damn, you fucking suck at this! The pain is intense enough that her vision goes white, and her knees buckle. She falls to her knees, drums vanishing. There's a faint buzz in her ears that makes her difficult to think. That was a mistake. Scared! No, but you should be. A Foliant moves so fast that Abriel will barely catch it. It's as if an angel of heaven. They are blessed by a divine light that lends the speed of lightning to their limbs. Seraph! Foliant's scythe has landed at Seraph's neck. Her companion, who could only fling useless honey around, is helpless to fight back. I mean, damn, brother. Don't worry about me, Cherry. I don't want to bring you down, so get out of here. Seraph, I won't leave you. But never again, I promised. Are you done talking? Me and Sonic the Hedgehog over there have to get the fuck out of here. Abriel flinches. A Foliant's voice is frigid. When a Foliant killed Dantelaire, that voice had been cold, but there had also been passionate emotion. There had been a desire for justice. Now Abriel can't discern any emotion at all from the other magical girl. So, what do you want? Tell me everything you know about the Queen of Hearts. Even now, Foliant wants to fix Wonderland somehow. That thought eases Abriel's worries. The girl that doesn't want to fight is fighting for the sake of that peaceful Wonderland. Oh, is it you I need to ask? Abriel's thoughts are hazy. Blood drips from their chest. The dagger had pierced the right side where her lung should be, but her breathing isn't labored at all. Let Seraph go. Foliant's scythe presses against Seraph's vulnerable throat. Talk. I don't know much. But you don't know nothing. Talk. What? But you don't know nothing. Okay, that was a bit confusing for me. This person is really a Foliant, right? Everyone says that the hearts are special because we shared the same suit as the queen.
Special. I'm fucking dying.
The voice comes out without a halting breath, as though her lungs haven't been pierced. Let another one of Wonderland's contradictions. The queen doesn't talk to any of us, though. Not even the hearts. I really don't know anything, so please let it Seraph go. What? Was that Cherub or Seraph talking? For a moment, Abriel thinks that a Foliant is going to kill her. Instead, her scythe seemed poised for it.
Please, let her go, Folly. I don't want to fight, right?
We don't want to fight. She repeats the words as if trying to convince herself out of it, and then slowly her scythe leaves Seraph's neck. Thank you. Seraph tumbles into her partner's arms, which wind around her tightly. Seraph silently and silent, shocked, and Cherry trembling, weeping. It scares Abriel. What? Was that cheer up or Cherry? I can't read. Ah! If only I can do something like this. If only I can do something like this for her. Abriel, can you stand?
My limbs feel a little weak, but I can try.
I'll carry you then.
Folly.
Falian lifts Abriel up as if their precious toy that had fallen to the ground and broken. Abriel's blood drips from their chest to the ground, splattering the tiles with red, the favorite color of the Queen of Hearts.
It didn't hit my lungs or anything. I can walk.
Falian takes a step forward, then another, walking and then half running at a brisk pace, though Abriel weighs not more than air. Seraph and Cherry are left behind to lick their wounds and to be fought another day. Your lungs don't matter.
What? I'm blocking the fuck out, man. I didn't know what the
Oh god, he's speaking in tongues! She's starting to feel woozy and the world flickering in and out like a dream. Heart, brain, liver, the three most important organs in the body. That's all we need here in Wonderland. Since Seraph missed your heart, you're fine.
Are we still human?
We're magical girls.
But are we still human?
we are made in God's image, she wants to ask, but the words refuse to leave her lips. Don't be silly. We can't stop being human.
Then why do you remind me of an angel?
Wow, she really is fucking delusional. The blood loss must be pretty severe. Hold on, alright? We're almost at the Joker's house. Black and white and pink and red. That's where the world Abriel sees through half-closed, flickering vision.
But they probably won't help, right?
Shut up. Tragedy is an observer, not an actor. Abriel doesn't think that anything short of a long-lost comedia returning from the grave would move them to act.
Am I going to die?
You know the word lifeblood, right?
Lifeblood?
If you run out, you die. Like an hourglass that's run out of sand.
Ah, even magical girls need blood, huh?
Yeah, even magic can't take away our flesh and blood.
Because blood is the favorite color of the Queen of Hearts!
Now you're just speaking nonsense.
Does that make flesh the color of the Queen of Spades?
Flesh doesn't even have a color. And besides, it's not just blood that you need, it's will as well.
Will?
A will to live, I guess. If you have that, then losing a lot of blood won't be a problem.
I used to have a lot of that. I'm not dead yet, after all.
Chandelier back then, the scythe merely tearing into her throat. She must really not have wanted to live much longer. Perhaps it truly had been a mercy. Aphelion stops walking for a moment. Abriel is terrified that Aphelion will drop them to the ground and leave them to fade into a corpse. Be quiet for a bit. Abriel almost jumps at the sudden loud sound, Aphelion's foot connecting with the door of Tragedy's home. She can barely track of where they are. It took her this long to notice that they'd arrived. There's no answer from Tragedia. Aphelion kicks the door again, making the wood shake in the frame. Come out already! Well, his voice is high, piercing. Abriel thinks it could tear down the heavens. Do you want someone's blood on your hands? The blood is not upon my flesh, but upon your soul. They depart without another word. Aphelion's arms are trembling. Maybe the weight of Abriel's too much. Maybe they should drop them. But Abriel's too scared to ask Aphelion to leave them behind, and too ashamed of their weakness besides. If they'd just been stronger, Aphelion would have needed to save them. But why hadn't Aphelion taken the magic girls down easily in the first place? Why only after Abriel had gotten hurt? Are you really asking that question now? Is that really fucking... Oh my god. Are you still with me?
Just thinking about how strong you were when you saw I got hurt.
I don't like showing off. It only invites bad things.
So that's why.
They feel a little disappointed, almost. It's bad to draw attention to yourself, but I guess I do that a lot just by being with you, don't I?
Yeah, but even if it's dangerous, I like being with you.
Even if I get you killed?
Even then.
This is a stupid fucking romance. They've been tied together by blood since the beginning. The beginning? What? Abriel's head throbs with pain, their vision flickering to staticky blurs, and then back to Wonderland. We're going back to into black territory now.
Okay, so we're leaving the Bloods and we're going to the Crips. Oh hell yeah, man! We're the Crips, man.
Don't fall asleep, alright?
What?
The world keeps on flickering as though they are torn between two conflicting feverish dreams. It spins around in April's eyes like a kaleidoscope, the world completely changing with every passing moment. It is fluid, mutable, meaningless. A flurry of images and sounds and words that April doesn't understand. It reminds him of staring at the stained glass windows at church. Standing by the altar with the pastor's too tight hand on their... What? Too tight hand on their small shoulder, okay. The congregation gathered before them, looking at the golden calf with delight. And then behind them, laid out on the altar, there was... Hey, don't fall asleep!
Molly?
Terror grips at their heart, a terror that can't understand, a terror they weren't made or meant to comprehend, only to experience. I know someone who can save you. Just hold on a little longer. So this is what being on the brink of death is like in Wonderland.
You're the one that's saving me.
Falling is like an angel to her. Hasn't she already been given salvation from that alone? For that alone? I'm the reason you're dying.
But I forgive you.
What the fuck is going on anymore? Does forgiveness mean anything from a soon-to-be corpse?
It means something to me.
I mean, it gives you closure, if that's anything. But I'm the one who's supposed to get something out of it? For the love of God, just accept the fucking apology! Aphelion sounds angry, sounds terrified. For Abriel's life. What? Why did it say sounds twice? Don't forgive me. Just live.
Okay, I won't let you kill me.
Oh my fucking God. They don't have the strength to fight him on this. And I'm glad. Abriel doesn't know their destination, but it doesn't matter. Even as blood stains Apholion's heart, they won't die. They won't leave Aphelion alone with their sins, no matter what. Chapter 3 end. We're out of time for this episode. We hit the 30-minute mark, which is usually where I end episodes. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Next time, I don't know what the fuck we're gonna be doing. This story took a wild fucking turn. I'm actually really enjoying it because I'm just interested to see what happens. But that's me with every fucking story, man. I get so hooked on wanting to know what happens. It's why I like reading history so much, because I read history and then something happens and then I get invested in it. I'm like, I need to know how Wessex beats the fucking Vikings and how England forms. Like, I don't need to know, but I just get so into it. And this game's the same way. I really want to know what happens next. And if you want to know what happens next, then be sure to join us next time when we find out what happens next. Remember, guys, what happens next. Next time on what next. I don't have anything else to say. Bye-bye.